Hey, you guys, I'm live. I'm experimenting. I've been playing around with it. I'm in my office and I thought, why can't I go on my computer live? And so I had to download a bunch of stuff. Anyway, so look at Poppy back here. So I am thrilled and I'm hoping you guys will find me and you will chat because I can see your comments and I can answer your questions. I can discuss your comments in real time. Okay. Hi, Anna. I want you guys to feel free to ask me something. Hi, Mary Wilson, KK, Yvonne. Um, so, the name of this video is what I like about being single. And I like a lot of things. Everybody's saying hi. And that is my dilemma. That's my cross to bear, I'm gonna say, because as much as I said that it would be nice to have someone in the house when I came home, and it would be nice, for the just to have someone a sense that someone's here. I also like that there isn't, that I am by myself. So, like, okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Poppy sleeps with me. And last night I fell asleep on the couch about seven. Well, it was early. Do you like getting to know people? Oh, you know what? I love people. I love people's stories. I love to hear about their jobs. I love to hear about their families. I love to hear about where they lived, as a child, what it was like where they live geographically. Was it the mountains? Was it the ocean? I love I really like people, and I think everybody has a story, and I really like hearing those stories. Now, thank you. Look at my little den. Isn't it adorable? I know, there's a lot of furniture in here, but I got that couch for free. Come on. Let me move out of the way. And so, and been moving furniture around while I've added the poinsettias and Christmas stuff. So, normally I don't have these trees, but I took them out of the garage and I was like, no, where am I going to put my trees? I love those little trees. I got them from Home Goods. And I bought my two white chairs. I didn't know I was going to put a couch in here, but when I was offered the couch, I thought, it would be a nice conversation area with the couch and the chairs. And then I had bought this coffee table, this hammered coffee table, and it was too small for my living room. So I thought, well, that'll be perfect. I can add that coffee table. Yes, it's crowded, but you know what? What are you going to do? I may take this couch and put it in my bedroom and bring the smaller white couch in here, but we'll see. And I may try a few different configurations, although I've tried every single one, but I could try them again. Now, I have really good lotion on my face. My face looks greasy, but it's not. Well, I guess guess it is because it's the oint I want to say ointment. It's not ointment. It's actually face lotion. I even dusted some bare minerals on top, but it still looks oily. Uh okay, not sure I would do well in a relationship. We are well, I'll speak for myself. I'm definitely set in my ways. And that how willing, how able am I to bend and adjust if I was to find someone? But you know what? If I found someone that I was like crazy, head over heels in love with, couldn't stand a minute without him, I'm sure I would, I don't have that many years left. Left. I'm sure we would adjust and live happily ever after. Now, I think about when I was married and, oh my gosh, you guys, I was so in love. I was so attracted to my ex-husband. He was gorgeous. He still is very handsome. And I just, I just was crazy over him. And we really, we were fine, but the last so many years we drifted apart. So I think sometimes, can I live with someone else because, this is the way I do the dishes. This is how I load the dishwasher. This is how I hang my towel. This is how I make the bed. Oh, I like to, put the sheets, I like these sheets on this bed. I want the trash empty before it's overflowing. Little things like that. And then if my future husband, I love that song, Hey Future Husband by Megan Trainor. If my future husband does it differently, is that going to bother me or will I be able to overlook it? And maybe I'll never, maybe I'll be so in love, I won't even notice it. So, what if they don't like Poppy? And what if they don't, Poppy sleeps with me and, they may not want a dog sleeping in the bed with their wife. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to go back to bless you, Fanny. Oh, you guys are so complimentary. You are so kind to me. And if when someone gives me a hater type comment, you guys are on them, cracks me up. And of course, I secretly sort of like that. But um, okay, so last night I fell asleep early on the couch. So then I said to Poppy, "We're going to bed." And I thought, you know what? Even if I wake up at 1 o'clock, I'll get up and watch TV for an hour and go back to bed, which is basically what happened, And so, I was up and down, I was up and down all night between falling asleep so early, going to bed, then waking up, and then getting up back to bed. And then Poppy has to get up to go to the bathroom because I shut my bedroom door. Not right now. You don't have to go potty. No, because I shut my bedroom door. I don't want her wandering around the house going to the bathroom. She has a doggy door, but sometimes she doesn't want to use it because she likes to come in this room and do her business. So I have to have a doggy gate on this door because I can't, I just can't have her up ruining my all my new stuff in here. And as it is, she's done her business here a few times. And then she is in love with ink pens. And I finally figured out she's digging in my trash down here and pulling out empty ink pens. Then, she sits on the couch and chews them. So, I can't have that. And let's see what else. Red flag if they don't like, yeah, that is a red flag. I've watched you for quite a long time now. Enjoy your videos in the live. Yes, and now live Amory from Wisconsin. Um, I took, I think the key for me, for Poppy and I, because, well, look at her. Look at this love. She, we went yesterday to this place called the Grand Paw. It's right across the street, down the street, a tiny bit. I could practically walk there. And I was going to get Poppy registered. They were going to cut her nails, and then following day or whatever, they were going to do a temperament test. Well, I'd never been there. When I got there, I wanted to move into the place. It is so adorable. It's kind of like a couple cottages, and there's, oh my god, they have a red carpet leading up to the door. They have this nice little grassy patch with a hose and a sign that says this is the potty area, so you can take your dog over there, let him go potty, and then just hose it down. They had a hole along the along the red carpet. They had a really nice display, marketed professionally, uh, with baskets of doggy stuff. She's so sleepy. With doggy toys, doggy Christmas presents, all that kind of stuff. Well, I could have stood there and shot forever, but I she had her appointment. So anyway, when I went inside, it was even cuter. They just had a sitting area. It was just adorable. So I want Poppy to be a member of the Grand Paw. However, I gave them all their sticklers over immunizations. Well, of course, but I had all my paperwork, and well, one of her immunizations was outdated. So they were like, sorry, handing me back the paper. We can't clip her nails. We can't clip her nails. You've got to get that up to date. So I was kind of like, are you kidding me? But I thought, no, it's their business. They're right. So anyway, I took her and I thought, well, guy, I got up early and what am I going to do? I'm all dressed up, nowhere to go. So I said, and plus she was excited because she knew something was going on. Oh, so I took her to the dog park, and I really have not had great experiences at the dog park. They can be kind of clicky, and everybody knows everybody's dog. And then when I get there, it's kind of like, oh, that's the new girl, and they're not so sure they're going to accept you. And I'm like, I have to walk around at the dog park, or she just comes and sits on my lap. So I got there and there was one man there and he had two little dogs. So that worked out well. But they were older and they weren't real playful. But Poppy, for the first time, Poppy did not hang around me. She didn't act scared. She was she was like she was very well adjusted and I was thrilled. Then a few gals came with their dogs. One was a little tiny Yorkie, so cute, and that Yorkie's name was Poppy. I couldn't believe it. Neither could that mom. So anyway, we started chit-chatting, and there were three dogs there at this time. And then Poppy ran and played. She didn't care if she was playing with anybody. She was just running like a greyhound dog. And then two more gals came with their dogs. So anyway, I met some new lady friends and Joe, and we had a nice conversation. Oh, you can get down? Oops, okay. We had a nice conversation. I was there like an hour, and then when I left, I was kind of tired of sitting. But Poppy, was having a blast. So when I left, they said, "Well, this is the 10:30 crowd. So if you want to come back with us, come at 10:30. We used to be here at 10, but now we're here at 10:30." It's like, okay, I will. And I did not today because I had a doctor appointment, which ended up getting canceled, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna look over here. Yeah, it says, I think men and women our age are really not willing to change, or it's incredibly hard. You know what? I don't know. Well, I'm not changing. I mean, I could change in some ways, but bottom line, my imprint is there. And I also know that I cannot change my partner. Their imprint is there. And what I do know now that I didn't know when I got a divorce is men are very much the same. Things that bug me are things I notice in men that I date. I'm like, oh, he does that too. I hate it when guys do that. And so now I filed it in my brain. No, Cindy, that's don't worry about that because that's just the way men are. Well, okay then. Okay then. Your skin is someone said my skin is glowing. Well, it's I have this lotion on that makes it look kind of oily. Let's see. Late to the party, but I will watch from okay, great. Um oh, okay. Now I you guys stay right here. I'm gonna I don't know whether to show you yet or not. I'll wait and I'll go live again and show you. What I'm doing is I'll give you the background. I have a I have to get a PO box because well, I'm going to go get it. It's right here. Stay tuned. Don't go. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Here I come. Here I come. It I have a little light, but of course it burned out right when I went on camera. That I would oh, it just came on. Let's see if this helps a little bit maybe. Okay, this is what I used to do in my Bible study, ladies' Bible study, what we used to do, and I want to invite you guys to do this. Okay, this is like a yard of fabric, and it's like a soft blanket. My light went out. It's like a soft blanket, kind of like sweatshirt material, blanket material. Okay, so then what we're doing is we're making blankets. Sorry, babies, making blankets for children that are in the hospital, and we're making lap blankets. We're making prayer blankets. Okay, so if you fold this in half, you don't have to sew. All you need to do is have a pair of scissors and a piece of fabric. And so I match these up. Now, we left this, let's see here. We left one of these edges open for the kids to put their legs in, for them to put their toys in, put their PJs in. If they had something they wanted to hide or something they coveted that they wanted to have a little safe place for it. So I'm going to say maybe we left that one of these edges open. So then what you would do, you cut and tie. You cut and tie. So let's see here. I'm going to do a couple. So here's the corners. And you just sit around. You get a couple gals, you just sit around and you do it together. Like I said, no sewing involved. I'm going to make sure I get the right width. Okay, I'm going to cut a couple. And I think I cut mine about 2 inches, and I'll show you what that means. Okay, I'm almost done. And you guys are probably going, oh yeah, we do that all the time. So, okay, so I cut that. Then I take those two and I tie them in a knot. And you guys, it's pretty easy. You've got to get the right fabric and have a decent pair of scissors. And then you'd go like that. They can be short or long tabs. Doesn't matter. Let's see here. This was the second one that I cut. Just tie it. You can do this while you're watching TV. Tie it in a knot. You have to tie it in a knot. If not, they unravel. I needed to make these a little bit longer. Okay. So now it looks like this so far. So when the edges will all be tied together like this. That's the natural fold. This one will have to be cut. Oops, maybe not. And then this is the one, if you leave one edge open, the kids, like I said, they can stick their legs down inside like a little party sleeping bag. I'm going to stand up. Then, when you finish, this is what you do. You take it, you fold it however you want, but you roll it. Roll, roll, roll. You're going to like this part. You're going to like this. Look at Poppy likes it. I'm not used to this. What are you? I'm making a blanket for a child. And then I'm going to show you, it will culminate. Then when you're done with the blanket, roll it up. And then I bought some, and I brought it to the church thing, raffia. And I tied this together with raffia. And then I got a 3x5 index card or a 5x7, whatever you want. And I prayed over the blanket, like, okay, Lord, I don't know who's going to get this blanket, but you do. I don't know what their ailment is or why they're in the hospital or what their circumstances are, but you do. So give me the wisdom to write down a little prayer for them that really hits home for them, that is appropriate for them. Holy Spirit, give me that wisdom right now. Thank you. Thanking you in advance, Lord. And then I would write, um, I'm so sorry that you're in the hospital, but I am believing that you're going to be healthy one day and that that your doctors are taking good care of you. And I am believing that when you go home, your toys are going to be waiting for you. You know what you write down a prayer for the child, and then you tie it, punch a hole in the card, tie it onto the raffia. And then what we do is then my niece collects these from our family, and she hands out baskets with items in the basket for children in the hospital. And then at Easter she goes around and she distributes the baskets, and the baskets have, depending how much money she gets, but the baskets have had iPads, coloring books, maybe ear listening devices. Um, we don't do food, but some type of toys, and then this blanket is soft and wonderful. So that's what this is. I will talk more about this. I wanted you, because we do this, our family does this, and because my church group did this. Now, my church group said that they preferred to do it and give their blankets to veterans. I said, that's fine. So they all went out, bought their own fabric. We came together, and one day everybody made their blanket. And so some people got, camouflage material, and other people got material with airplanes on it. You have to kind of think of your audience. So like this little rainbow one, this would be fine for a little boy and certainly a girl. I have another one that's navy blue and then it's got dinosaurs on it. It's really cute. So anyway, let me get back to why I'm doing this. We had a very good friend. I made a video about this once. We had a very good friend. It was actually a child that that developed cancer quite suddenly, and spent a lot of time in the hospital. And we would take turns going to visit. And the child was never left alone once for 3 years. And anyway, it ended up that he passed after 3 years. And and so because our family got involved in this whole, it was actually at Loma Linda, in this cancer research and children with cancer. We did fundraisers. We had t-shirts made that said MIP, Miracles in Progress. And we would wear them when we went to the hospital to take our turn to visit and to to watch over. On my night was Friday night. So after school, Friday, I touch base with family. Then I drive out to Loma Linda, spend the night. The next morning, the next crew came. And in fact, that is how I got my name, because this little person that we loved um, would say there were two, he knew two Cindy's that were helping out. So, he would say, they would say, oh, he would say, whose turn is it? Who's coming later? And they would say, oh, Cindy's coming. And he would say, well, which is it? Is it um, Cindy so and so, or is it Palm Springs Cindy? They would go, no, it's Palm Springs Cindy's. It's her turn tonight. And you go, okay, Palm Springs Cindy's coming tonight. That's how I got my name. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna talk to you guys more. I'll make a dedicated video about it. But and you're I was gonna ask you to make a blanket and send it to me at my PO box. But I haven't got a PO box yet, and I'm not sure I even want one. So, whether or not however this works out, it will still be a nice gesture for you to make a blanket for your grandchildren, for your I've made them for the dogs, and then they, lay on top of them, and I made the dog ones for out of Christmas fabric. Anyway, they're nice. I think it's a nice idea. When I did take, I think I had like 15 blankets, and we have a veterans hospital, Loma Linda actually, and I I went there. I had them all in a baggie, and they were lovely. And so I had to find the chaplain. I was like, I need to find out how to distribute these. They said, oh, you should talk to the chaplain. Found the chaplain and knocked on the door and introduced myself and gave him this history. This were ladies from the Joy, Peace, and Love Church. This was a mission that we did for the veterans. And I'm giving you these prayer blankets. And would you please distribute them to the veterans? I don't know why I didn't, but I think maybe because they were mostly men, and that maybe the chaplain already had an established relationship. At any rate, the chaplain was like aghast. He was like, what did you guys do? And so I told him again, and he's like, you don't even know these guys. And we're like, I know, that's okay. Everybody can use a cozy blankie. Everybody can use a prayer. So that's what these are. And hand them out at your discretion. And we're just thankful for their service. And so I think it was Veterans Day or something. I'm not sure. So anyway, that's my spiel on the blankets. Let me look over here. I have extensions in. Yes, I do. I do. I haven't announced. I haven't announced. What a great family. Oh, yes. Um, Vaccine mandate. Okay, fine for dogs. No, exactly. I don't even want to over vaccinate Poppy. They um they wanted her to have influenza vaccine. And so that has to be given, and then like 3 or 4 days later you have to go back and get another one. Well, do you know how hard it is to get into my veterinarian? He is so busy. And well, anyway, so now I've got to get her in to get her up to date on this one immunization, and I will. Okay, Cindy, you should find moderators for your lives. That way you don't have to worry about the comments. I should have a moderator. I've never done this before where I can read it like this. And in with knowing the negative comments that I've received, um, now it took away my innocence. Everybody, you guys are so nice to me. You're so wonderful to me. And then when people were like being really hateful, I was like, ooh, this is creepy. And so I didn't, I could start reading something and then I realized, oh, this is a bad one. And then I could just remove. Then I have the ability to contact YouTube and say, this, I don't want this person on my site ever again. And they're very good about that. Okay. Let's see. What are there some real out of hand posters on Palm Beach? Yes, there are some real wild out of hand posters. Okay. Okay. Now, you guys, I'm in Palm Springs, California. I do get, and I can tell sometimes people think I am Palm Springs, Florida, but I'm not. I'm in the desert, not the ocean air. However, Florida is a combination of the desert and the beach. So beautiful there. I love it. All right, guys, I'm getting tired of talking. And next time my lighting will be better. And I'll try not to move around so much. My chair is a swiggle chair. Look at Poppy. Look at that angel. She's still worn out from being at the dog park. Hallelujah. Let's see. Oh, okay, let's see. That old, let's not call it. Okay, I'm going to address this because I get it. That older relationships are really mostly about companionship. Yes, that's very true. However, some people, in fact, I'm finding out more and more, are very much into um the intimacy and the sexuality. Let's just say it. Just because they're older does not mean that they're not still that they still don't want to enjoy that. And so, and I hear you. So now, maybe some people would say, you know, I, I'm 85 or whatever, and a man, and I enjoy my sexuality in different ways now that I'm older, and yeah, I get it. So, but the idea that that older couples are companions, they're friends. Hi, friend. Let's go to the show. Let's watch a movie together. It's really I have friend I call them friend boys instead of a boyfriend. I have a friend boy or two, and it really it's like oil and water. They it doesn't always work out that they're friend boys. Sometimes the boundaries seep a little bit over. So I think that's why. And then some people really did suggest, men, 73-year-old men like my age and older, they don't want somebody like me. They don't want somebody old. And I'm sure that's true. But I will say that my experience has been that many men do want somebody their own age group because there's like the other day, I think I was out with someone and I said, oh my gosh, I saw the best documentary on Watergate. I can't wait to finish it up. And so anyway, we started talking Watergate and G. Gordon Liddy and all the players in Watergate, the Watergate Hotel, the plumbers, all that stuff. And so we anyway, my date said, "Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about that in years." And I said, "I know, neither have I. So when, because John Dean is still alive. He still has that beautiful blonde-headed wife. She's still alive. They're like just a few years older than I am. I'm 73. They're like in their later 70s. And they are, I think he had his law license taken away, but he's written books and she's a realtor in California. And anyway, they've done very well. But it was interesting to hear him talk about Watergate after all these years. Because it was, if you guys remember, that was huge. Every day, another shoe dropped. Every day, another lie was exposed. And until Nixon had to resign. And so, and that year was the year I moved to Palm Springs. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to take me a while to get to Palm Springs and pack in. And I'm going to miss something. Who knows what's going to happen when what will have happened by the time I get to Palm Springs. When I went to Washington, DC, I wanted to go see that Watergate Hotel, and trust me, you can't miss it. It's huge. So yes, I'm getting off track. I think that men my age group, they enjoy an intelligent woman, a woman that has some context and background, that's children are grown and has flexible schedule and is living their retirement years. So I would just say to the viewers, you're right. A lot of men my age just want young cute gals, but frankly, what young cute gal wants a 70-something-year-old man, unless they're after a kind of a sugar daddy scenario, and men aren't into that. But I do think that, men are, and that's why I think, well, if I meet a man, I'm, oh God, I'm overweight, my roots are showing, whatever. But then I think, yeah, and so are they. Maybe they're not overweight, but their roots are showing. I mean, they're older too. And so just like I overlook that, but like I forget that they have to overlook that in me as well. Okay, you guys, I don't think I can talk anymore. I'm losing my voice. And so anyway, I'm going to hang up. I did not Cindy, what is it you like about being single? I like my freedom. I like my independence. I like that nobody's bugging me like like cooking bacon in the morning and the grease is flying all over the place and the whole house smells like bacon. Why don't you just do it in the microwave and put paper towels over it? But and I like it that I eat when I want to eat, I eat what I want to eat, I go where I want to go. But on the other hand, the downside of that is it can get lonely. And I have been lonely and I have been desirous of wishing I was a couple. And I'm not. And I may never be. And I have a great life, but I think it could be even better with the man of my dreams. And many of you will say there is no such thing as a man of your dreams, and maybe not. But I can hope, I can dream. P.S. I love you. Mwah. Until our next conversation. Bye bye. And now I have to figure out how to turn this off. How do I turn it off? Good night, Patty Coates. How do I turn it off? I'll figure it out. Maybe. What's this? Oh, what's this? Your channel, you just sign out. Leave.